Stage Survivor Season 2. I am pleased to have you here today. As you know, this is going to be an intense 2 days, and over the course of the next 2 days, you will compete in a series of challenges. At first as a team, and then individually. At the end of each challenge, the losing tribe will go to tribal council, where they will have to vote one of their members off their tribe. We will do this over and over again until just a few of you remain. At that point, the people you voted out will become the jury, and they will vote between the finalists for the winner of Stage Survivor. The next 2 days will challenge you both physically and mentally. There will be ups and downs and twists and turns, but in the end, I can guarantee you will be stronger. So, shall we begin?
Maybe.
Yeah. All right. Let's start with probably what you're anticipating more than anything. The teams. Noah, my question's for you. What do you think makes a good team?
Oh, communication?
Okay, and why?
Because if you're not communicating, then you're just gonna stumble over each other, and you need to get a good strategy going. Because sure, so one team might be more athletic or whatever, but if you get more communication going, and if you know what you're doing, and you get a good plan down, then you can probably beat that more athletic team.
Good. Thank you, Jamie.
Yes.
What do you think makes a good teammate?
What I think makes a good teammate is someone who's willing to communicate with their team, someone who's willing to, like Noah said, someone who's able to be a good, strong communicator, be open with their team, and open-minded to new ideas as well.
My name is Jamie. I signed up because I thought it'd be interesting to have a nice, friendly competition. What makes me stand out is that I feel like I'm a very logical thinker. I think I can overcome any obstacle.
This is all great stuff to know, but every team needs a great leader. So Lucas, what do you think makes a good team leader?
Sacrifice.
Sacrifice.
Yes.
Why did I sign up? Because I'm bored and I hate these people. I know what they think of me. I know what you say behind my back. I hear what they whisper.
And why?
If you're willing to lead a group of individuals, you should be willing to give up your life, your being, your soul, so that you may support them and help them live.
I sure hope not.
Or at least be willing to give up your comfortability.
That's fair.
Okay. I like that. Sam, who of your peers here do you think would make a good leader?
That is a difficult decision. We have quite a few very good people in this room, like yourself. But someone that I think would make a really good team leader would definitely be Arcs.
And why Arcs?
They have a personality that helps just people approach him and then give ideas. He's also a very good listener, which helps with being a good team leader, because then you can make adjustments.
Thank you for your opinions, but I can also tell you what you all thought collectively about this question. I sent a form prior to the show, and I asked you a whole lot of different questions. And one of those questions was, who do you think would be a good team leader? 2 of you tied for first place.
Ooh. Oh, well, okay, let's see where this is going.
With 25% each, the 2 contestants that you said would make the best team leaders were Mahika and Sam.
Yeah.
Mahika, please go stand on the red mat, and Sam, please go stand on the blue mat. Everyone else get ready, because we're gonna do a good old-fashioned schoolyard pick. All right, Mahika, who would you like to pick first on your team?
First of all, this is really stressful.
You can do it.
I love you all very much, but Lucas,
What?
get over here.
Lucas,
I'm going over there.
go to the red team. Thank
Hi.
you.
Mahika's also really scary. I feel like she could, punch a hole through my chest. Yeah. She's very competitive, very frightening.
Sam, you are next. Who would you like to pick?
Now, this is really Brayden.
All right, Mahika, you are next. Who would you like to pick?
Jamie.
Sam?
Parks, get over here.
Mahika.
Miyoko.
Miyoko. Sam.
Alex.
Mahika.
Andre.
Sam. And Mahika.
Noah.
Kyle. Last but not least, you're on blue.
Who do I think will be my biggest competition? To be honest, I kind of forgot who else signed up for this. The person I think would be my biggest competition would be Andre, because he's pretty athletic.
As I said earlier, there would be twists and turns, and your first twist happens now. You mentioned earlier some traits of being a good leader, and I really liked what you said, Lucas, about sacrifice. And being able to change and adapt to ever-changing situations and environments. So I've got good news, and I've got bad news. So let's start with the bad news. The bad news is, Mahika and Sam, you are actually going to be the leaders of the other tribe's group. So Sam, if you'll take a moment and go over there, and Mahika, if you'll take a moment and go over there.
Yeah.
That's the bad news.
Oh.
The good news is, Sam and Mahika,
Sam and Mahika.
you do get to bring one person with you.
Oh, well, I know, yeah.
So, take a moment, think about who from the tribe you just left you would like to bring with you. Sam,
Yes.
who are you electing to bring over to your tribe?
Brayden.
Brayden Emmel. Yeah, you can't take Brayden back, he was not originally on red. Who besides Brayden or Sam are you going to bring over to blue tribe?
I'll bring Lucas back.
All right, Lucas, you're going to blue.
My hips don't lie.
Yeah.
All right,
Shakira.
some more good news. Sam and Mahika, you are officially your team's leader. As a team leader, you will have some special privileges, advantages, and opportunities that present themselves to you over the course of the game. You will remain team leader either until you're voted out or until the merge. Blue team, you will be in Mr. Lunt's room, and red team, you will be in Mr. Weeks' room. There you will find a bin containing all your necessary supplies. There you will find a piece of paper with instructions for your first challenge. Please read them all carefully because the winner of that challenge gets immunity and the losers will be going to tribal council. All right, it is time to head to your rooms and we will meet again shortly.
grab a chair and sit around.
Board games in here.
Just everyone take a seat around this.
They'll have a civilization cube.
That way we don't have any type of.
Oh wait.
All right, we're doing this.
All right, so we got the better room. It has no windows. Wait for everybody in here.
Marika, am I your right-hand man?
Sure.
Great.
Can I be your left
Like
hand?
Zorro.
It was a little stressful. I felt bad picking everyone because I feel bad for the people that are picked last. When Calderon said he was gonna there was bad news, I knew the leaders were gonna be switched. And I kind of wished I'd thought of that before, but I'm chill with how my team is now, you know? But if we lose, I have no idea who I'm gonna vote off.
And then somebody needs to be the torso.
Watch me.
And then we're gonna make
Guys, Voltron, read me first.
You wanna read them out loud?
Sure, I can read them out loud.
Wait, everyone.
Wait, guys.
Wait, sit in a circle.
Sit down and let me read. Lucas, sit down.
But you're not the leader.
Okay, well, I'm reading.
But you're not the leader.
Sit down.
We can have a Discord among us.
All right. My name is Parker. I signed up because last year I was in film and I watched people do Stage Survivor and it looked like a lot of fun. I was a camp counselor all summer, and so I am pretty good at getting people to work in teams, and I think it'll probably be a pretty similar environment to camp. Read me first. Hello and welcome to Stage Survivor. Your first task is to come up with a team name. You should pick a teacher at this school to represent your team name, i.e. Team Calderon. However, as a gesture toward impartiality, you should refrain from choosing Mr. Calderon.
Please take a moment to discuss, and once you have agreed on a team name, write it on the board and then open the attached envelope.
Mr. Murray.
I was gonna say, can we do Mr. Murray?
Oh, Mr. Murray.
Yeah.
Mr. Murray.
He was a teacher at
Mr.
He was
Murray.
a teacher, so.
What was the
Mr.
wording
Murray.
before?
Does it say, it doesn't say
have to
current
get
teacher,
cleared
this isn't
anyway,
true.
so-
Yeah, we
Yeah,
could
they'll
just ask
just
him
tell
and
us
he'll
now.
know.
Pick a teacher at this school.
At
This
this
school,
school.
okay.
So I don't
Should
think
we-
we can do Murray because he's no longer at
No.
the school.
But it's Mr. Murray though.
We should ask anyways.
But maybe we should
We
put
can
it to
ask
the
anyways.
fear.
Do we want to go with Webster? She's cheery.
Webster is cheery, but who
No, Mr.
crushes
Kowski.
their opponents?
Dr.
Dubkowski.
Dubkowski or Henderson?
Okay, what's our backup in case Murray doesn't work?
Do we want to do Falconer?
Sure.
We could
Falcon.
do
I think Falconer's a fun
What
one.
if we did weeks? Because we're in Weeks' room.
Yeah,
What
I feel
if-
like that's
okay,
appreciated.
what if we do one
because they're in concert.
Oh my gosh, we do one.
Yes, yes,
Can we back up with one, please?
yes.
That would be pretty funny.
Murray, back up the lines.
How about, it seems like there was a general consensus on
Room D.
Dubkowski.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I think Room D is also pretty
Yeah.
or Team
Room
D.
D, Team D.
Or open, then open the end. So we can open
Is there anything
the
on the back of this? Just one.
No. Okay.
We gotta watch out for
Does
secrets.
someone have a UV light?
Right.
Hey, I want to check the top. Oh,
All right.
the projector's gone.
Immunity challenge number
We can hang it
1,
on there.
talent show. For your first immunity challenge, you will be competing in a talent show. Each show must consist of the following acts. Introduction, a presentation of your team flag. Act 1, a presentation of a team cheer. Act 2, a presentation of a skit/sketch. Act 3, a presentation of exceptional talent. Okay. You have 1 hour until showtime.
So, anyone have exceptional talent here?
I could do a one-arm push-up.
We should do acrobatics plus martial arts duo thing.
We just fight?
We should script a fight.
Yes, a choreographed fight!
Well, so is
that should be the sketch, that should be
Yeah,
the
that
sketch.
could be the
That'd
sketch.
be
Okay.
sick.
All judges will score independently. Please read the instructions and the rubrics closely so you can make sure to score as many points as possible.
Okay.
Oh, there's a rubric.
Oh, of course there's a rubric.
Is there actually a
Of
rubric?
course, it's IB.
Think about art. Remember, we gotta appeal to our audience. Remember, think about what Misty told
Yeah,
you.
what would
Do we want to
Misty
appeal
do?
to our audience, or do we want to show our superiority?
No, we want to appeal to our audience because our audience has the power.
With a show of
No, audience,
superiority.
the audience doesn't have power. We have power over each other's lives. We have the power to take immunity. We have the power to push each other out, all right?
Okay, but we don't know. I think we should try.
Okay, let's.
Okay, who's doing? Okay, I can work on song. Who wants to work on poster?
Okay, so yeah.
Do we
Well,
wanna
let's see what we have.
No, it's a flag.
Oh, okay.
It's a
So
flag, it's here, this.
The hell are people?
Those are our bandanas, let's
Yeah.
distribute those. I like how
I did bring over Braden. The reason is Braden, to me, is a really good teammate. In the past, we have worked extremely well together in every aspect of our school life. And we mesh. And so I feel like as a leader, I can rely on him to co-lead and organize.
We communicate really well with each other in terms of how we bounce ideas off of each other. We've known each other for long enough that we kind of just know how to play off of each other's strengths and weaknesses.
Let's get the flag and cheer done.
Okay.
And so split into 2 groups for that, and then we'll get on the next one because I think our flag needs to be pretty good.
Okay,
we
have
kind
to
of
put over
let's
here
do
the art
flag.
kids, the fart
Yeah,
kids.
art kids head over.
Art kids. Which is, yeah, fart kids, film kids. Yeah, you guys got this. Okay, what do we got? We got foam sheets.
Oh, thank you.
We got a rice cooker and rice, yeah!
Done it for like, well, you can't do one that's a million years long.
I think the best trick
Gosh,
would be
these
one
rice-
that you do with
Oh,
someone. The best trick would be
What the-
The best trick would be
That's
to get someone
disgusting.
from
Can they not wash
like,
that?
No, I'm gonna go wash this.
You can't.
Ask Calderon.
Yeah, can I get someone to go get Calderon so I can wash this?
Oh.
Because this is...
Did they just take the rice cookers from last year?
Yeah, and they never washed them from last year.
Gosh, bro!
That's nasty.
That's like our
It's like my scalp if I haven't washed it in a month.
I am a little nervous for the challenges just because, like, an hour is not a lot of time to put together a talent show. But I think it's gonna be fine. We have some pretty solid plans, and I'm looking forward to it.
I am a judge.
Are you excited?
Extremely. I even got up very early on my second day off for break.
For either team.
Good question. Well, one of the teams has a student council member. Should I root for that team? But the team also with the same shirt, maybe I should be rooting for them.
Some would say a judge should be impartial.
Ooh, but are people ever really impartial?
So this is I'm the last person.
Yeah, and then we just roll.
And then
All right, Team Lunt. It is time. Gather all the things that you need.
Welcome to base camp, maggots. We are Team Lunt. That means no first person, no I in team. OPVAL is mandatory. And to what extent do you think you belong on this base? Enter Team Lunt. At ease. They are Team Lunt. We are Team Lunt. They have gumption. We have gumption. Sergeant.
Yes, sir.
Drop on one knee, spin around 3 times, and do a somersault. I said the right knee. Now get off my base. You won't? Stand up straight, Sergeant. Do the Macarena, spin around 3 times, get on your head, and give me 20. Too slow, get off my base. Sit down, stand up, hands on your head, get on the ground. You, just like the rest of these maggots, You disappoint me. Now get off. Jamie.
Yes, sir.
Aye, Prize Sergeant.
Yes, sir.
Wow the crowds and give 'em hell.
Yes, sir. Hi, I'm Sergeant Jamie, and today we're doing some magic. So, as you can see right here, I have 3 cards, as they say en français, 1, 2, 3, very simple. Like I said, there's 1, 2, 3 cards, very simple, right? We have our Joker, we have Ace of Spades, so what's this card?
Joker.
It's the Queen of Hearts.
We are Dawn of Dubkowski's Dragon Age. Now, obviously, it seems as though most of this is random, but bear with me for a moment. We chose dragons and we chose Dubkowski because both are ferocious, both are hard workers, and both know their worth, yes? We also chose a dragon in correlation with Dubkowski because dragons in most mythologies are very well known to having stone skin. And if you know Miss Dubkowski as well as most of us do, we know that Dubkowski loves her rock climbing. We chose a blue fire as opposed to any other, number 1, because we're Team Blue. And because blue fire is the most ferocious, most passionate, most vicious fire there is. It's the hottest fire there is, and it burns just as hot as our hearts. Come on up.
The dragon is dire, weeping with fire. Fire so hot, fire.
Now for the skit. Foul beast!
You cannot
Alexandra!
take damsel! Kilomina Kelch is ours! The dragon kingdom will rise!
Alexandra Truss, you dare take the pride and joy of the Dubkowski village?
She is ours!
This will be our final fight.
Fight me, coward! Whoa! Wait! Fight me! You coward, finish me off!
No! No.
Why?
We must be better. For the Dubkowskis, for our children, for the future of the world.
All right, blue team and red team, welcome back. The judges have tallied their rubrics. Both of the scores were added up from each judge to give you a total. One team had a total of 67, and one team had a total of 58. The Immunity Idol goes to the team that got 67 points, and the team that got 67 points is, drum roll, the red team. Yeah! Oh, red team. You won the first immunity challenge. Blue team, I'm gonna send you back to your tribe to take a moment. I will be visiting you with some news. I will see you shortly. You may go back to your room. Red team, you may go back to your room.
Why don't we talk about who we're gonna vote out?
Pick a number between 1 and 5.
15.
There
are 6 of us.
Do we want to pick a number between 1 and
Whoever
5, or do
picks
we
the
want to
sixth
think about like
loses.
strategically who is the best to
Vote out.
No.
I like that, and that way we can
I mean-
prepare ourselves for whoever's leaving.
Because there is gonna be one winner.
Right.
Yeah.
So would we want it to be blue team?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I want it
think-
to be someone from blue team, and so we want to put support the people who probably have the best chance of winning in
Right.
the long run.
Is there anybody who feels like they definitely do not have a good chance of
Thank you for giving me a stool that is blue.
I just
I
it
guess.
really depends on what's like to come, but we won't know that.
Right.
Like I know there's going to be. I mean, last year there was.
There's
like,
probably going to be some sort of trivia
running,
challenge.
trivia.
There's a fair amount of running.
Yeah.
But like there's probably going to be some running stuff with teamwork. And so we need
Yeah.
to pick some people who are cohesive as a team.
Right.
And we need to make sure we're still cohesive as a team even after voting someone out.
Right.
I think we had a really good performance. It flowed, and that's, I think, what sold it. It flowed, and it was sharp and concise. I think my biggest strength was listening to my teammates because we all had good ideas. I was the main performer, but that also doesn't mean my team contributed a lot because I wouldn't have that performance without my team. They gave me so many ideas and contributions to really sell the performance.
I feel like as like an exhibition of a leader, Sam's a lot more of like a I'm the guy in front kind of leader. And so like in the like he was obviously the leader when they did the presentation and stuff. And I'm much more of like a hands-off support people leader. And so like it's just like a different style, but like I felt like I was kind of like losing points as a leader there just because like Sam's like exhibited his so well.
All right, red team. Team Lunt. Sam, as the team leader, I have an offer for you. I've got 3 envelopes. You can only pick one envelope once during the entire duration of this game. They are as follows. You can go get 2 food items. Okay. You can learn information about the next challenge. Or you, and only you, can get an extra vote at a tribal council.
Okay.
So, you're welcome to take a moment to discuss, but I do need your answer in about a minute.
Okay, so
Let's do ribs and ramen and do the 2 options.
Yes.
Ribs and ramen.
Ooh, I'm hungry.
All right, take on your food. There you go. Let's go get it.
Dear team leader, welcome to the war room. As team leader of the losing team, you will have to spend 15 minutes in the war room. Use this 15 minutes to convene and strategize with players on your team. An effective use of this 15 minutes could really sway the outcome of your vote. Take a moment to read the rules below and plan to use your time wisely. Conversely, you could forego using the war room at all, but you must remain in the war room alone until your 15 minutes plus planning time has expired. I will now give you 5 minutes to strategize before your first meeting begins. So I'm gonna ask Lucas to come in here. I need to talk to Lucas, probably alone, but I want the rest of the team to trust me. What's up? Okay, we have 5 minutes to talk. Get over here. This is our strategizing room. Looking at me really scary. So I'm not changing. I don't want to change the team. I hope they're not. Were they talking about voting me out
No.
now that I'm alone? Okay, thank God. You're a quality right-hand man. Get him.
All right.
Appreciate it.
All right, who would you like for your next 5 minutes?
Alex, Parker, and Arks.
Alex, Parker, and Arks. Okay.
Yes. This is a little awkward. I'm like shaking. Hello, friends.
Hi.
Look at this ominous room with a nice view.
There's an ominous room with
Will we start dividing?
Do you want
and killing
like
each other?
to get 2 more stools? I think there's only one.
All right, last set. Who would you like to call in?
We have done 2 sets of people. There are 2 sets of people I'm supposed to call.
You don't have to call anybody in, but you will have to stay in here alone for the last 5 minutes.
I think I'll just stay in here. I don't know. I don't really have much to do.
Okay, all right, you're in here for the next 5 minutes, and then you can go to your tribe.
Oh, I need to know if there's an immunity idol this year, like an individual immunity idol. I should probably figure that out. I'm talking a lot. I need to figure out if there's an immunity idol, Calderon. Because there wasn't anything on the funny little sheet. Like last year there was some wacky code, but like if I would have seen the code I would have been like, oh, there's an immunity idol. I gotta figure out where it is. Maybe I'll check on top of the projector again like last year. Is my time almost over? Oh god, thank God. 10, 9, 8, 7. Goodbye, camera and funny room. This is actually kind of a nice room. Like I wouldn't mind losing. I wouldn't mind losing again.
All right, your time is up. You may now leave the boardroom. Welcome, Blue Team, to the very first Tribal Council. That's not something that you should be celebrating.
Sorry. Our team morale is just too high.
We're just too happy.
Alex, how do you feel about the first challenge? How do you think it went?
I mean, we had like really strong ideas. The execution was a little off, and I think we all recognized that. We all had a big talk, just saying what went well, what we could have done better. But I just wish that everything would have come together a little bit better.
Kyle, what was the vibe in your rooms when you got back after the first challenge?
It was pretty serious, like the first couple 10 minutes when we were talking about things. And then we started divulging into different topics. Like,
what did you talk about for the first 10 minutes?
What went wrong, what we could have done better, what we did, and such. And then we went into video games, and then drawing.
Any talk about who you were going to be voting out?
Yes. Oh yeah,
that was part of the 10
minutes.
minutes.
A lot of dodging. 3 minutes.
Okay. Parker, what kind of strategy did you talk about in terms of like, you don't give me names here, but like, I mean, you could if you wanted, but about maybe your strategy for voting for this first Tribal Council.
We went around and we all talked about what some of our strengths and weaknesses were, and we talked about strategically who would be the best to vote out at this point in time based on what we think the future challenges are going to be, and based on like how they contributed to the past challenge, which was really hard because we all really like each other, and so we spent a lot of time sort of dodging the topic, but in the end we decided on somebody.
Oh, you did decide on somebody.
Yeah.
Okay. Lucas?
Yes.
What do you think your team can improve upon between now and the next challenge?
Leadership and coordination, most specifically.
Okay.
We had a lot of difficulty with the execution because although we had a lot of ideas, we had a lot of difficulty putting them into fruition with each other. You know, some of us had a lot more strength in some of the areas than others, and I believe that if we were to work on that just for a little bit longer, then we definitely would have improved. I also believe that leadership plays a big role in this. The way that Mahika is a leader, I actually prefer this leadership method. She's very supportive. Lets you kind of roll with your own ideas and then let you grow from that. But I believe that we needed, in that specific challenge, something to funnel down to, someone to listen to have the big ideas. And so we could be more coordinated like Red Team was.
Speaking of leadership, Mahika, how has it been being, first of all, chosen by 25% of the people participating today to be the leader, and what have maybe been some of the pressures that have come along with being a leader?
Well, that whole war room thing was really stressful. Thank you very much. At least I had a nice view.
What was stressful about it?
Stressful. I don't know. I just it felt very conniving the way you set it up, purposefully. Thank you.
What I'm here for, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys have been asking since last season, how can we strategize? How can we have a private place to talk? And so I have delivered that to you this season.
It was well delivered, but like in a time that I think we needed to foster team trust, it was a little bit hard to go about. Like I wanted to go about that in a way that would best like have us trust each other as a team, and so that's what I wanted to do there. But it like the whole setup of it made it kind of hard, and so that was pretty stressful. It was also pretty stressful to realize when Red was up there that like my leadership style was not the best for this challenge, and that they were a lot more put together than we were. I liked our ideas, and I think we did well, and I think our team as a team did great, but I think we definitely could have done a little better should things have been done differently, and I think I definitely like lost points as a leader in that challenge.
All right, well with that, shall we get to our first vote? All right, Kyle, you are up first. Arts, you're up next. Alex, you're up next. Parker, you're up. Lucas, you're up next. Nika, you're up. All right, all the votes have been cast. The way to go, read the votes. All right, I have the votes. Once I read the votes, the decision is final, and the voted out team member must leave the tribal council area immediately. Does anybody have a hidden immunity idol they would like to play? Because now would be the time to play it. All right, let's count the votes. The first vote is for Kyle. The second vote is for Lucas. That's one vote for Kyle, one vote for Lucas. The third vote is for Kyle. That's two votes for Kyle, one vote for Lucas. Is for Kyle. That's three votes for Kyle and one vote for Lucas. That means one more vote for you, Kyle, and you will be the first person voted out of Stage Survivor. The fifth vote and the first person eliminated from Stage Survivor is you, Kyle. Please leave the tribal council area this way.
Kyle, we love you. We love you.
Kyle, we love you.
We love you, Kyle. I took the chair. You took the chair.
It was a team decision, and I was chosen last, so I was most likely to be voted out if it wasn't a team decision. So yeah, like I'm not that sad about it.
Next time on Survivor.
Go!
Andre, talk to me. How's your ankle feeling? Hurts really bad? Okay.